Hi everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a couple of weeks and I really apologize for that. My last video was moving week, so it's been really crazy just fixing up the house, and then there was, you know, there were a couple of events that I had to host and I got a lot of swabs done. So I'm back, and I posted, I think a few weeks ago, there were any questions that you wanted to ask me, and I thought, why not do my go-to look when I'm guesting or when I'm hosting something online. Hosting something online from home is a different look from when I'm actually like in studio. So this is a lighter, easier look with my latest budol in life. Actually, no, this is not my latest budol in life. Let's be real. I have purchased things after this, but this is my latest makeup budol in life, and it's Kim Kardashian. It's Kim Kardashian's Corrector and Concealer. I'm really proud kasi hinula ko lang yung concealer shade ko and tama ako. Tama, okay? Minsan lang yan mangyari. I just never really know, you know? Anyway, so that is what we're gonna be using for the base. I also got this cute little brush, and like a powder. So we're gonna do a quick look with this. No foundation look though, while I answer your questions. Hope that's okay. I looked through the questions. There were actually a lot, and there were actually a lot of similar, hindi naman sobrang dami, but there were a lot of similar questions. So I wasn't able to note down all of the people that asked. So because of the similar questions, parang kinumpol-kumpol ko na lang. So there's gonna be 3 parts in this video. There's going to be random questions, workout questions, or like health and fitness questions, and then there's going to be relationship questions, life questions, you know, relationship, life, marriage, yon. Let's get started. I actually already have my moisturizer on. So the first question I'm going to answer, and I've answered this several times on my stories already, hindi several, sobrang daming beses na. Most frequently asked question ko to. Di ko alam kung bakit, pero ito talaga yon. Where did I get my glasses? So these are from Laura Ashley from Sarabia Optical, and I bought this in 2018 when I found out I had astigmatism. So I don't know if this is still around, but you can check out the brand if there is something similar to this kind of frame. And I just wanted to get this out of the way because every time I post in a story, there are several people that ask where I got these glasses kasi sobrang sikat talaga niya. Actually, cute naman talaga siya, but hindi ko in-expect yung fanfare ng glasses na to. So, Laura Ashley. Let's start this makeup look. Pala my nose kasi I pinched it kanina. So, let's begin. This is the Corrector in the number 1 shade from KKW. And my next question is, what is my height? What's my... Ay, ito ba nga ba yung Corrector? Oo, ito nga yung Corrector. People ask me my height, especially when I post workout videos. I'm only 5'3". Well, I'm 5'3". I've always wanted to be 5'6". I was a tennis player growing up, and all of my tennis idols are at least 6 feet tall. So I was like, Lord, kahit 5'6" lang, hindi siya nangyari. But it's okay. That's totally fine. The next question I got is, what time do I sleep and what time do I usually wake up? So I love to sleep. I take naps. I love sleeping early. Even when I was young, actually, ako yung friend na natutulog sa slumber party. Diba dapat parang hindi natutulog? Parang chika all night pag slumber party. Hindi ako matutulog talaga ako. Parang, bye guys, magkwentuhan kayo dyan. So, I sleep, late na sa akin yung 12, normally. Which is funny because Nikko is such a night owl. So, I like to sleep at like 11:30 or 10, or yeah, 10 to 11:30. And then, I wake up before 6 or sometimes 5:30 if I'm feeling really energetic. That day, I would work out at 6. Now I work out at 7 because I don't go to the gym anymore. So, nag-workout lang naman ako at 6 AM before kasi ayoko kasama mga tao. But now I'm just working out at home, so it's okay to get that extra hour to drink my coffee, reflect on life, ganon. So now I'm using the corrector. This is a corrector concealer. This is in the shades number 6. Yun. So I wake up at around before 6. I make my coffee, and I like to make sure that I take my coffee early before I do my workout, but I have good energy. Under the concealer, now I'm just gonna put this Skin Perfecting Setting Powder from KKW as well. I like to bake under my eyes kasi problem area talaga siya. I have dark under eyes. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is a no foundation makeup look. We're just gonna leave the powder there. So, the next question is, somebody asked what my favorite subject was in college, and that was pretty random. But I did have radio electives. I took up speech communication at UP Diliman. And those radio electives, grabe mukha akong tanga, no? Pero okay lang. Those radio electives were really the subjects that made me realize that I wanted to become a radio DJ. And I always feel incredibly blessed that there was something that piqued my interest in college, and I ended up working in that industry. I was a junior jock in 2011, so 3rd year college ako nun. And then I got hired in 2012 in my senior year. So that was a really big blessing. So yun yung favorite subjects ko, yung radio electives ng speech com sa UP. Last, for the random questions before we move on to eyeshadow, somebody asked what my favorite book is currently, and I really love the book Get Your Life Back by John Eldridge. That's John, and his last name is spelled alam mo, I'm just gonna put it down here. Nag-spelling pa siya. It's a really good book. It's a Christian book, and it really just has a lot of nuggets of wisdom, and it was the perfect book for this pandemic. So if you're looking for a book that will help you quite literally get your life back, check that one out. So let's move on to eyeshadow. We're going to use a Fenty Beauty palette. Love this because it's tiny, so it's perfect to just dump in my bag when I have hostings. Ang cute na mga shades niya. So it's just a very simple look na gagawin ko today. Iniwan natin yung setting powder para if like may fallout ng eyeshadow, carry lang. We'll just like blend it out later. So let's move on to the next category, fitness, health, fitness and lifestyle, ganon na. 2020 was such a surprising year for me in a way that I didn't think so many people would really like love the stories that I posted. My workout stories. Ang sweet lang. I'm really touched. Kasi matagal ko na naman ginagawa yung workout stories. I started posting workout stories in 2018. Pero I think because everybody was at home, start of quarantine, I think there were more people that paid attention to the stories and got workouts from it. So our first question is, what keeps me motivated to work out? This is a frequently asked question. What keeps me motivated? The answer is motivation will not always be there. I don't wake up in the morning super excited, like, woo! That was a bit much. I don't wake up in the morning with that energy at all. If you could see me in the morning, like, you wouldn't even expect that working out was something that I wanted to do as my first thing. Nakakatulong talaga yung kape. But motivation will never just always be there. Syempre, like, ako na-motivate ako pag, dati, especially pag may hostings ako, like, yung with audiences, you're motivated to look your best and look fit and healthy. There are shallow things like that. But really, I mean, the main motivation is to be healthy and strong throughout life. But you're not always gonna feel that na parang, kailangan ko mag-workout today kasi, we gotta be healthy and strong for life. It's not realistic. So motivation comes and goes. However, what keeps me going, what keeps me working out is a habit that I've formed. I'm very blessed that my dad, that my dad got me started in tennis when I was 8 years old. So I was an athlete all my life. So sanay talaga akong laging gumagalaw, laging pinapawisan, training hard. And so I thought to myself, even if I'm not an athlete anymore, why shouldn't it be possible that I am a busy working woman, but I also, you know, work out? Kasi dati naman nung varsity ako sa UP, I would train 4 or 5 hours a day and do my classes. And then I got courtside and then I was a radio DJ and I was still training every day. So sabi ko, kaya to eh. So it's a good habit that you have to form. A good habit will stay with you during the days na ayaw mo talagang gumalaw because your body knows what it needs already. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I think working out also really helps with that. So that's what keeps me going. The good habit that I've formed throughout the years. Ang dami kong sinabi. I thank you. Do I work out during my period? We're just gonna put like this shade in the middle. This shade. So I use this shade around the corner of my eyes and then this shade will be in the middle. The answer is absolutely. Na-mention ko nga, I played tennis for UP. Pag varsity ka, at meron ka, it's like you're ready, you have the monster with you. Wala kang choice, kailangan mo mag-train, kailangan mo tumakbo, kailangan mo pumalo ng tennis ball. So I think, again, the good habit, obviously there were days na nakakaiyak talaga kasi PMS, you know, dysmenorrhea or medyo sensitive yung, you know, yung areas of your body, but wala eh, push lang talaga. So, now, I've never felt like, because I have my period, hindi ako mag-workout. Kasi, hindi yung natural to me. Yung natural sa akin, kahit meron, go pa rin. Laban lang ng laban. And then, somebody asked, do I adjust my workouts when I have my period? Yun depende talaga, but most of the time, no. If you've seen my stories, yung mga sets ko, full body workouts, I still do that even when I have my period. You won't be able to tell if I'm on my period or not. Kasi nga, I just keep pushing. Not a fun person, you know. Workout lang ng workout. With everything I'm saying, parang intense kong tao. Pero, intense talaga akong tao. But I think it's a good thing. Yeah, so I don't really change my workouts when I have my period, but there are days when I'm lazy. Laziness hits whether I have my period or not. So, pag sa mga araw na tinatamad ako, sometimes I just like going for a nice, I wouldn't say quick, kasi parang 1 hour run. So, sometimes I'll run for 40 to 50 minutes and then I'll walk for 10. Basta I always want to hit like an hour kasi parang mentally, parang gusto ko lang ng 1 hour, parang na-OC ako. So there's no particular reason. Obviously, you can have a good workout na 30 minutes lang. But when I run, I like 1 hour. Even when I work out full body, usually 1 hour yun. But of course, we try to combat laziness. For the inner eye, we're gonna use this shade. And I'm just using my hands. Ayan, para may shimmer tayo ng konti. Ayun. So, ayan na yung eyeshadow natin. It's very peachy and I think it goes well with my skin tone. And so, that's why I really like this eyeshadow palette. The next question is, do I use supplements? I don't use supplements. And then the next question is, what's my diet like? I'm not on a diet. I'm not on any specific meal plan. I don't count my calories. I just work out a lot and I eat in moderation. I posted an IGTV of my eating habits and maybe I'll just link that down below because that's a more in detail thing of like what I do to maintain my weight. But in a nutshell, weekdays, I'm very healthy as well. Vegetables, quinoa, fruits, chicken, kamote, ganon. Tapos weekends, I'm a different person. Cheetos, donuts, cookies. Gotta have balance. Move on to the relationship questions. And at this point in our video, mag-eyeliner na po tayo. Gusto ko lang i-share itong Issy & Co. Alam mo, I don't know why I even tried. This is Issy & Co.'s eyeliner duo. This is the only eyeliner that has really... This is the only eyeliner that has stepped up to the plate with the eyeliner that I've been using for 4 years. So this is Heroine Make. And medyo na-concern nga ako kasi I hoard this when I go to like Hong Kong, Japan. Eh, wala namang travel ngayon. So, sabi ko, oh my God, mauubos na yung heroine make ko. Nakakaloka. As you can see, maubos na talaga siya. Sobrang hoarder. I'm a hoarder. Anyway, but I was just like, I need to find a local eyeliner that's good. And this one is really amazing. It's super nipis lang niya. Very easy to use. Somebody asked before we get into eyeliner, are my eyebrows microblade? Naka-microblade. Hindi siya naka-microblade. I just have lots of hair. Sounds strange. But anyway, here we go. First question is, best thing about Nikko. The best thing about my husband. Baka maiyak ako. The best thing about Nikko is he is so kind. I don't know if he's just kind to me because he loves me. No, he's just such a kind, patient man. And I really believe that you need that in a relationship. Well, you need to balance each other out in a relationship. And I'm not as kind and patient. I'm kind, but I'm not Nikko kind. Ibang level siya. Ang bait niya talaga. He will really drop everything if I ask him to do something. Unless, obviously, he's like in a meeting. And what kind of person would I be if utusan ko siya or ask a favor while nasa meeting siya, diba? But yeah, he really goes above and beyond to make sure that I'm comfortable. That, for me, speaks volumes because alam mo yung kaya ng tao, diba? And I know that he pushes it to the very limit. Parang kung hanggat kaya, kahit pagod na siya or stressed na siya, he'll really make a way to make me feel like he's helping me or he'll listen to me. It's not just like things to do around the house. It's like if I have a work thing and he's like, let's say he has a packed week, he'll really pause and make me feel like, yes, I'm busy, but I know whatever you're going through is important too. So what do you need me to do? Ganon siyang tao. So, that's one thing that's really good about him. O, diba? Tinan mo, ang dali lang niya gamitin. Another thing is he's really talented. Like, I don't know what he can't do. He has a 9-to-5 job with Titan. Obviously, I don't know if you know that he was on the radio for like a decade. He was on the morning show with Mo and Sam O. He's a talented broadcaster. He's such a good basketball commentator. He's like really good. And I'm not just saying this because I'm his wife. I think like if I'm being objective, he's just talented. He's a good speaker. He's a good host. I think that's such a nice thing to have because he really inspires me to... he's a super good writer din. Galing niya magsulat. Hanapan mo niyo yung mga slam articles ni Nikko. Galing. Kaya na-pressure ako nung nagsulat kami ng vows for each other. Sabi ko, magaling magsulat to. Which leads me to my next question. The next question. How does it feel like to be married to such a smart man? Tapos parang gumanon pa si girl. You're smart also, but Nikko is so smart. Oh! Pak na! Patay na ba yung ating eyeliner? Again, I think it's, one, nakaka-pressure kasi competitive ako as a person. But you know, when you really get to know somebody or when you're in a relationship, you really have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And Nikko is book smart and street smart. I don't know what kind of smart I am. Siguro maabilidad ako. Street smart din siguro ako. And I'm kind of like a hard worker. There are things that come naturally to me, but the things that don't, masipag ako. Ganun ako eh. Nikko is masipag, pero street smart and book smart. Basta, ang galing niya talaga. Fan talaga ako ng asawa ko, Nakaka-pressure siya because I'm competitive. But, it's really nice to see him succeed and flourish. And it's really nice to see him in doing his craft. Ayun, may podcast din pala si Nikko. Magaling din siya sa podcast niya. Ayun. multifaceted. Being married to a smart man pushes me to be better, but it also makes me feel so secure because I feel like whenever there is something that I, you know, feel so conflicted or lost about, he is the person I will run to immediately, even before we were married, obviously. And he just always knows what to say. And if he doesn't know what to say, we just pray about things. And hopefully that's how he feels with me also, you know, that he's able to run to me and really talk to me about things that he feels, you know, doubtful about, or you're anxious about certain things. So we've always been each other's go-tos, whether it's a good season or a bad season, and we've been through a lot. It's just nice. It's nice to know that I am married to a very smart, capable man, because it makes me feel like we can conquer anything that is thrown our way. Married life so far, and ano yung mga adjustments. Of course, may mga adjustments talaga. Alam mo yung main adjustment ko is ano, sa paglalaba. All my clothes are tiny. Like, you know, my workout clothes, sports bra, you know, shorts, crop top. Nikko's shirts are so big and heavy. So, it's very, like, nakakatamad to fold. Parang sa basket, kala mo punong-puno na, pero konti lang pala yung laman sa laundry basket kasi puro t-shirt at hoodie niya. So, yun yung main adjustment ko. Labahan. We have a little system here in the house. He does the dishes. Sa laundry, we take turns. I cook. I'm in my office right now. His office is downstairs. Kami na bahala to keep that clean. And then, our bedroom, we take turns who makes the bed. But ako talaga yung nagva-vacuum the whole house. So, yeah. Those are the adjustments, kind of. I wouldn't call it an adjustment. It was just a matter of, like, assigning things. What are our disagreements and how do we resolve it? Thankfully, wala pa naman kaming, like, major disagreement. I mean, we've only been married for 2 months. So, tingnan mo, nakaka-fresh talaga pag mag-curl ka ng lashes. Mahaba yung lashes ko eh, pero it's like pabagsak. So, kailangan mo talaga siyang i-curl. I wish they were just always, but they're not. So how do we resolve conflict? Of course, communication. I will admit there are times that I don't feel like talking, and parang sometimes that's best. Pag hindi naman kayo like nagsisigawan or well, we don't really shout at each other, but you know, when the emotions are high, it really is best to let things cool down. Kasi after we cool down, namimiss namin yung isa't isa, and then we just forget what we're fighting about. Hopefully, ma-maintain namin to all our lives. Kasi, you know, it would be pretty sad if it was just like a newly married kind of thing. I'll do my mascara up close. So, that's how we resolve conflict. We let things cool, but we always talk. We talk about everything. If not, we talk too much. We love to talk. This mascara is from Heroine make, just like the brand of the eyeliner that I like. Oh, diba? This look is slowly coming together. Oh, ano, bet, ganda ng lashes. I was about to say ganda ko. Feel na, feel. This is the moment of truth. We're finally going to like wipe away the powder para mukhang okay na. Next question is, take us through the process of why we moved to a house. I think the main reason of our move was we did not want to outgrow a space when we want to have a family. Kasi when I moved my things into Nikko's place, medyo masikip na talaga. Kasi masikip. Dami naming sapatos. Nikko and I decided it would be really nice to be able to move into a place with more space, and we just looked for the house online. It was within our budget. We like the style. It's very plain and white, and it was empty, so we really had to like find everything, the air cons, the furniture, everything. It was kind of a headache. That's why medyo late din tong video na to. But we're finally kind of settled. The last piece of furniture we were waiting arrived. So we will do a house tour very, very soon. But I must warn you all, it is still pretty empty. I do believe that you don't have to like overextend yourself yet. Advice that I got from a lot of people is you really need to like sit on it. Don't just buy right away. So it's pretty, you know, there are still areas of the house that are empty because I still want to process and kind of ruminate and see what we can do with the spaces. But we will do a house tour very, very soon. That's the reason why we moved. To have space when we want to start a family and not to move like when I'm pregnant, diba? Mas hassle yun. Last one is, how do we manage finances? So Nikko has been independent for a long time. He moved out pretty early. Ako naman, I moved out of my parents' house in 2016. 2 of those years, I had a roommate. First year was my sister. Then I lived alone. And then Bea Marquez, my best friend, moved in with me. Now, the year that I lived alone was really a year that like shaped me because wala parang ikaw talaga lahat. Ikaw bibili ng groceries, ikaw bibili ng, ikaw magbabayad ng Meralco, ikaw magbabayad ng phone bill, ikaw magbabayad ng tubig, ikaw lahat. Tapos, syempre, gusto mo mag-shopping, di ba? Pero, paano? What happened? But these things happen in life. Kasi naman, hindi ko tinuyo. So, I learned how to manage my finances, like, pretty early. And Nikko as well. Kasi, I think what helped me manage my finances is the fact that I wanted to be independent. You don't want to move out of your parents' house and then come running back to them asking for rent. Diba? What helped me manage finances is survival, the need to survive and the need to truly be independent. This is still how we do things now, is you have to know how much money is coming in, what do you need to pay for, what are the basic bills, and you must set that money aside immediately. Even if there's something that you really, really want, you have things to pay for. So that's always the priority. Bills are always the priority. And then, after we pay the bills, then you set aside for savings. And then, after you set aside for savings, dun na kayo pwedeng mag-shopping. If you want to shop. But if you want to save more, go and save more. So, that's pretty much been my life the past 4 years. It's nice that I have somebody to share expenses with. Again, it's my husband. Like I shared in my earlier video, we paid for our wedding kasi that's just kind of like how we always pictured it. For my blush, I forgot to mention, I used Take a Layer in Holly Hock. I really, really love this. And for my lips, I used Sunnies Face Lip Treat in Chai. They sent this and I just use it all the time. Just to sum up how we manage finances, I moved out pretty early and that wasn't really common. Now I see it a lot more often. But in 2016, parang ang dami nagtanong sa akin, parang why? Why are you moving out kung makakatipid ka naman living with your parents? In relation to talking about finances, I think the step to being independent at around 24 years old or 24 turning 25, that big step of moving out of my parents' house was really what taught me to set my priorities straight. And because I lived alone, Nikko lived alone, nung nagsama kami, thankfully, we just understand what the priorities are. Nikko's really sweet. I've really noticed that he stopped buying things that he likes. I still need to work on that. I do suggest moving out. Pag hindi kaya, obviously don't. I think finding a roommate is a good start to move out because you split the expenses, hindi ganon kabigat. And you don't have to be like, you don't have to find some big place. When I moved out, the unit that I was in was 27 square meters. Sobrang liit talaga, and I was sharing that with my sister. So, ang liit. My shoes were in every corner of the room, and my ate Isa was like, she was going crazy kasi ang dami kong gamit. Somebody also asked like tips as a freelancer, how to save and how to be independent. Yeah, so if you want to be independent and you're a little scared, I think the best way is to find a roommate to really split the expenses with. It's not as daunting, hindi ganun nakakatakot. When my sister got married, I lived alone, diba? Na-mention ko nga. And that was really the year that formed me na parang, oh my God, nakakatakot kung dumating yung credit card bill or kailangan na magbayad ng rent. Tas diba, nag-shopping ka, or you ate too much, or you had too much coffee. I don't know what you spend your money on. Bills first, then savings, and then dun na pwedeng mag-enjoy. You have to, of course, also treat yourself kasi you work hard, diba? So it's all about balance. Medyo mahirap i-discuss yung pera, but if you are financially capable of moving out, go and do it. It will stretch your faith and you as a person kasi you're gonna have to provide for yourself. And that is the taste of the real world. And I am thankful that I had a taste of the real world before getting married. Finances are something that was never an issue for us to discuss when Nikko and I got married. So good luck if you want to move out. Work hard, but I really believe that you have to trust God and trust that God will provide for you because He is so good. He will provide. Honestly, I don't know how I got through the years that I lived alone. Parang ang galing lang how your expectation is to just get by, but what God wants for you is to not just get by. He wants you to flourish. He wants you to be comfortable. He wants you to live life, to the fullest, and He wants to bless you. So I forgot 2 random questions, so we're gonna end with that. People ask me what my go-to or favorite scents are. This is from Jo Malone. This is Poppy and Barley. I really, really like this, and I've gone through like 4 bottles of this. When this came out, baka sometime in 2019, I bought like a lot because I'm so obsessed with it. It's limited edition and I really wish that they bring it back. It's Nettle and Wild Achillia. This is actually the perfume I wore during my wedding, and I'm just holding on to what remains. And I use this, I guess, when I want to be reminded of like my wedding, or it just smells really good. Grabe, ang bango talaga niya. So I think we were able to cover a lot of things. This is my go-to makeup look for online events that I just do here at home. If you have any questions, feel free to just comment. We got through a lot of questions, so hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm very, very excited to film more things in 2021. Hey, it's not bad. Be safe, be blessed, and let's continue to be grateful for everything that we have this year, even despite the struggles, despite how tough it's been. I just encourage you to keep going. I know that sometimes there are really moments in life where you're just like, what am I doing? Especially this year, ang daming moments na ganun, anong nangyayari sa buhay ko? But give yourself a little more credit. Everybody had no idea how to get through this year. And you know what? Honestly, 2021 is going to be pretty difficult as well because COVID will still be around us. But hopefully things will be looking up. Things will be getting better. And I want to remind you that you're doing perfectly fine and you're exactly where you need to be. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.